Number 10. Pokemon Red and Blue. These twins were released in 1996 in Japan, but the localization apparently took 2 years. They are one and the same game with some usual variations. The very first Pokemon game ever created, called Pocket Monsters in its own country of origin. The start of one of the best-selling video game franchises in history. Number 9. Brigantine, The Legend of Ursina. This is a strategy RPG influenced by games like Dark Wizard and Dragon Force. You choose between several different characters and their campaigns. Then you embark on a big war between nations, some rebellions here and there, and some invasions as well. Just like in games like Ogre Battle, there's tons of micromanagement involved, perhaps even more. So it's hard to play through this game without a guide, but upon understanding its mechanics and exploit its features, Brigantine becomes quite a solid game with high replay value. Number 8. Tales of Destiny. Since we never got Tales of Fantasia until its terrible localization on the Game Boy Advance, this was the first Tales of ever for us. It's a neat action RPG with a very iconic 2D battle system, mixing slow and fast-paced controls at the same time. I also remember its high encounter rate and its difficulty rampaging everywhere. But that's an RPG from the 90s for you. Good game, good story, memorable cast of characters, definitely one of the best of 1998. Number 7. Panzer Dragoon Saga. This is a highly unique adventure mixing turn-based battles with some free-roaming exploration. Comes from a family of on-rail shooters, and it has some of that too, as a matter of fact. Sad to say, it is more popular nowadays for its outrageous price than for its original gameplay mechanics. In high need for a remake, Panzer Dragoon Saga is a true important piece of history of 1998. Number 6. Shining Force 3. The controversial third main entry in the Shining Force series. I say controversial because this was divided into 3 chapters, each released in its own physical game. However, only the first one was localized, and most fans outside of Japan missed the rest of the story. A great strategy RPG, perhaps better than its predecessors in some areas, with a remarkable story and unique cast of characters. Only way to play the rest is emulation, so a full release of all 3 games for modern systems will be more than ideal. Number 5. Final Fantasy Tactics. The revolutionary title in the series, the spin-off that popularized the strategy RPGs in the West. Developed by both Square and the Ogre series creator Yasumi Matsuno, this beloved title changed the world. It was a very hard game, but entirely rewarding and quite addictive to play. Also with an incredibly well-written story, mature, full of war, drama, and tragedy. Number 4. Kardia, The World of Fate. Another personal favorite in the strategy RPG branch. Developed by Atlus, with character design by Yoshitaka Amano. It's an excellent game where you choose between 2 main characters. Each route is completely different, with some party members in common, but also some exclusive to them. A great story with strong character development awaits you there. Finally, its battle mechanics played in grid-based maps, involving tactics about the use of monsters and cards to invoke magics. Criminally underrated game, and among the absolute best of 1998. Number 3. Breath of Fire 3. This is a game that turned out to be more unique than expected. Memorable turn-based RPG with beautiful pixel art and a strange soundtrack mixing jazz, rock and blues, which I loved by the way. You know the story already, following Ryu since he's but a little kid to his teenage years and finally into adulthood. A very compelling story with strong character progression makes this game one of the best of 1998. Number 2. Parasite Eve. This masterpiece needs no introduction. A sacred creation by Hironobu Sakaguchi and Takashi Tokita based on a Japanese novel. Very unique battle system mixing action with real-time elements. And of course, a fusion between role-playing and survival horror in an outstanding story just full of brilliance. Number 1. Xenogears. Don't say you weren't expecting to see this enormous icon in the history of RPGs here. The best science fiction title in the genre, with the best story ever written for one. No other JRPG compares in its character development and its mind-blowing plot twists. Let's not forget about its incredible soundtrack, its neat battle mechanics, and their amazing combos for each type of character. Xenogears is, perhaps objectively speaking, the most representative game of this year and possibly the absolute best. "1998 was a great year when we finally started seeing the gigantic success of Japanese role-playing games in the West. So many classics, so many. I am proud to have finally reached this point, anxiously waiting to see you in 1999.